In today's video, I want to break down how I would make my first dollar on YouTube as fast as possible in 2025 and beyond. And just for reference, I actually recently quit my $290,000 a year corporate job to focus on my primary channel, which is geared towards tech sales education and tech sales consulting. Over the course of 3 years, we've built it to a business that is doing drastically more than my W-2 salary. I wanted to make this channel as a passion project and just give out free content about what I wish I would have done 4 years ago when I first started on YouTube. Because I see so many people, myself included, that spin their wheels, that try a million different things that aren't focused at all. And ultimately, 90+% of people drop off after 2 to 3 months of making content anyway. But even so, for the people that survive, for people like you that are watching this video that are actually serious about making content, you'll get 6 to 12 months down the road and realize that you've been doing it all wrong. And it's even harder to change, and it's even harder to go back. And it's something that I learned the hard way, because even though my channel was growing, it had some good success. We had about 600 subscribers when I made my first dollar. It took 8 months. And for the 6 months prior to that, I wasted a bunch of time trying all these different things, way overcomplicating the process and not focusing on the signal versus the noise. And so to answer this question directly, how would I make my first dollar on YouTube in 2025? I would sell paid coaching through Calendly. It's literally that simple, and I want to talk through exactly what I would do step by step. Obviously, creating a Calendly account, there's a lot of videos on that on how you can do that and create a simple paywall so people can pay you, say, $50 for 30 minutes of your time. I would charge as high as $150 for 30 minutes depending on your niche, but there's so many things I could talk about here, whether it's breaking into college, whether it's getting your first job, whether it's career change, whether it's a hobby that you're focused on. I would make videos geared towards a specific niche, and in my case, that was tech sales. I would collect emails in the description, so you could act as if you have a newsletter, or you could even say, hey, limited coaching spots available, join the wait list here. Make a $7 landing page with card. These are things that are very easy to do, and go ahead and research that as well if you need to. In the description of my YouTube video, I would have a link to my paid Calendly, which offers $50 or $100 for a 30-minute session. You could do 60-minute sessions and charge more if you'd like, but that would be how I would make my first dollar. I actually have a friend who did this in my same exact niche of tech sales. They wanted to make TikToks about tech sales. Within a month and a half, they were making $300 extra a month by putting literally the link to their paid Calendly in their TikTok bio. So they just made a bunch of videos about tech sales on TikTok. They have like 150 followers on TikTok, and every other night or so during the week, they've got a coaching call, and they're now paying their cell phone and their grocery bill through YouTube and TikTok. And maybe at this point, you actually have an idea of a niche in your mind of, okay, well, I could make videos about this topic that I know, but maybe as an example, you want to make videos about software engineering, but there's a million different videos about software out there, and you are correct. However, I think what's often lost, it's really easy to see all the content out there and think, oh, well, that niche or that topic is always covered. But if you put yourself in your own shoes of a situation, like a very valuable situation, maybe it's buying a car, maybe it's applying to a grad school or a new university, maybe it's looking at a company that you want to change jobs to. If you think about how much research that you do on any given topic that you truly care about, you don't take one video as gospel. You watch multiple. You're watching tons of different videos. So my point being is, regardless of the size, you could say, oh, I don't need to make videos about software engineering because there's a creator with 1 million followers. That being said, you know what? That creator with 1 million followers is not doing one-on-one coaching anymore. They've scaled way beyond that. So you have a unique advantage of having a very real and authentic voice and giving them an ability to connect with someone that is ahead of them. And it's a very easy way to make your first dollar online. And the last thing I'll say in closing in this video is it compounds over time, because you get to talk directly to your viewers. Like, your viewers are actually paying you to talk to you, and yes, you are helping them. Yes, you're providing them with some value, but the beauty of these coaching sessions, as well as you're first getting started on YouTube, is when you talk to people and you learn about the challenges that they're facing, you learn other topics to make videos about in the future. And you start to very methodically grow your channel. You start to very methodically talk about things that your viewer, your demographic really, really cares about. And this is how, over the course of 3 years, not only did I make my first dollar online, but we really started to grow and be seen as an authority in the space. Nonetheless, if you have any questions and or if you like this video, I'd really appreciate a subscribe. It's the only way that I'm gonna know to keep making videos in the first place, because this is my side project and not my primary channel. But also, I do monitor the comments directly myself, so if there's any questions you have or future topics I can make, please let me know. And the last thing, I actually am considering doing a newsletter where I will deep dive on exactly how we built our primary business, higherlevels.com, because to be honest with you, the super deep dive videos take a ton of time to make, and I'd rather write about it, because especially once you get so deep in the sauce, people really don't watch on YouTube, if I'm being honest. So if there's anything I can help with, feel free to comment below. And again, we're just getting started. The only way I'm gonna know to continue making videos or that you got value out of this is if you like, subscribe, and ideally comment. But nonetheless, I hope you got something out of it. And yeah, if I make another video, we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.